This is Private First Class Zadrozny, normally an efficient, well-trained soldier. 2 years with Army intelligence. But now, as a volunteer test subject, under the influence of a standard incapacitating chemical agent, his training is worthless.
If warfare is to be conducted, it is certainly more humane to neither maim nor permanently damage any individual, be he soldiers, civilian, man, woman, or child.
You feel the effects of the agent?
Yes, I do.
Are they quite strong, would you say, or mild?
I don't know, just like in two different worlds.
This leads into a new concept of possible chemical war, and at this time there has been introduced a theory that if a person might become incapacitated without having any lasting harmful effects and not requiring treatment, that such compounds might be effective in accomplishing our mission without destroying life or property.
I feel incapacitated. Incapacitated.
David, how old are you? Where are you, David? You know where you are? Can you say anything, David?
Training and technology have equipped the modern soldier to fight bravely and well. But how useful is this fighting potential when the merest speck of a chemical compound can change courage and skill into cowardice and ineptitude? This is the threat of psychochemical attack. Psychochemical compounds are numerous, and they act in many ways. Some destroy a man's effectiveness by producing indecision, or indifference, or simple confusion. Frequently, there are neurological effects, such as ataxia, or clumsiness. Sometimes there's the compulsion to laugh without the feeling of amusement, or to brag when there is nothing to brag about. And sometimes there is simply an overwhelming sensation of restless fear and irritation. At the Army Chemical Center in Maryland, research teams have concerned themselves with the psychochemical threat and the design of armor to meet it. Studies with military volunteers have helped in making these predictions.
In the following excerpts, the extremely broad range of reactions to this potent psychedelic substance will be evident. First, let us observe some individual attempts to describe the distortions in sensation and perception that are produced by LSD.
How about your body? How does that feel? Does it feel any different than before?
No.
Your body feels the same?
Right.
You feel that your arms, legs, head...
I mean, not the same as when I was, if I met you walking down the street and you asked me how does my arms and legs feel.
All right. What is the difference between your walking down the street and that situation? How you
they
feel?
Feel fuzzy, man.
Phil, come on, Ella, let's get going here and get this over with so we can get somebody else in here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Doc. Come on, baby. I'm
That's
sorry.
all right, Captain.
All right.
How do you feel?
You feel like you're asking me now? I mean,
Yeah.
it's all over.
How do you feel right now?
Just can't figure it out. All right.
It's hard to figure out.
It's hard to figure. I
Okay.
see it. I don't believe it. I feel it.
Do you know
Reaper!
And where are you? Do you know what post this is? Edgewood Arsenal. You think you could count backwards by 7 for me if I gave you a number? Right, sure. All right. How about 101? Taking away 7s now? Oh, that's 94. 87. 87. 81.
Subtract 7 from 101.
and then subtract 7 from the number that you get. Can you take 7 from 98?
7 from 98, 91. 21. 20 goes up 37, about 21. 7 from $5, so it was 5.35. Go to the rest of the money, but what you wound up, I guess you would have went 7 from 23.
7 from 98.
Everything's moving.
I know it's difficult, but try. 7 from 98 is what?
92.
Just try to subtract these 7s for me.
From what?
Well, you got 91. And what's next?
You remember what I told you? Are you having trouble with your mask?
No, boss.
6.5 hours after exposure time, the confused volunteer needed help as he attempted to traverse part of an obstacle course. At this point, hallucinations and other mental disturbances were evident. Influenced by an obvious lack of purpose, the drugged volunteer made no effort to traverse the trail of tires. Uncharacteristically, he failed to follow instructions and chose the path of least resistance. He continued briefly on course. However, as he neared his objective, he abruptly changed direction and in obvious confusion wandered aimlessly through the woods.
Did you feel that you didn't need all this help, or?
Yes, I did.
Do you think that was true now looking back at it?
No, I don't think it was true. I think I needed all the help that I got.
The excerpts you have seen were intended to demonstrate the characteristic features of delirium. Delirium from other causes is essentially similar to the delirium produced by this class of drugs. It is important to recognize it and to give patients in whom it occurs the benefit of maximum psychiatric and medical supervision. Delirium is not just another trip. It is more like a shipment, and the destination is often unforeseen and potentially tragic.
If you had 3 wishes, you could wish for anything you wanted, what would your 3 wishes be?
Number one, I wish that the world would stop being acting like kids and act like grown people.